I say this every time we make a video about the Vegas Golden Knights, but I'll say it again once more because, hey, guess what? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It always seems to happen. Every time we make a video about the Golden Knights, I always get an angry DM or 2 or 5 from Vegas fans saying, hey, Lego, I really didn't like the video you made about Vegas. I don't like that you talked about my team that way. It's why I unsubscribed from you. It's why your videos suck and everything. And it's like, okay, I get it. You know, I'm not making myself any friends by talking about the Vegas Golden Knights in the way that I do. I've acknowledged that in the past. It's just, I've never once tried to be objective when making these YouTube videos. I think everybody kind of knows that. Like, I just go out there and I just talk. It's my own feelings, bro. I'm a Canucks fan. There are going to be things that Vegas does that I don't like, regardless on whether or not they're worth, or not worth, but they're justified in me liking or disliking them. And with the Golden Knights treating players the way that they have, it's so interesting seeing the unfortunate circumstances that are bestowed upon this team shortly afterwards. So the reason the Vegas Golden Knights and their goaltending situation was such a big deal earlier on in the offseason was because it was announced earlier that Robin Lehner, the guy who was supposed to be the mainstay #1 goaltender for this team and who is probably a top 10 goalie in the NHL when he's healthy, was going to miss the entire 22-23 season. Now that is a big blow to a team that just traded away Marc-Andre Fleury for nothing. You kept Lehner instead of Fleury because you wanted the younger guy. And now, after having what was such a stacked tandem in Fleury and Lehner just a few years ago, you have yourselves a tandem of Laurent Brossoit and Logan Thompson instead. Because, yeah, these are the two guys remaining in your system that are healthy, at least back when we talked about the Lehner thing initially, they were the two guys that were healthy. We'll get to the current status update as this video goes on. But Robin Lehner was going to be out. Laurent Brossoit, Logan Thompson, these guys were supposed to be the guys to man the crease in Vegas. And then we had ourselves a pretty interesting move done just a few weeks ago. The Vegas Golden Knights made a trade with the San Jose Sharks, acquiring goaltender Adin Hill. Now, Adin Hill is not the best goalie in the world. He's kind of a replacement-level backup fringe starter goaltender on a good day. But he's another one of these guys that is added into the mix in Vegas because, hey, you can understand if the Vegas Golden Knights felt like a Thompson-Brossoit duo wasn't really, like, good enough to go into a full 82-game season with, so maybe getting some other guys in there, somebody else that could potentially rotate if any of these goaltenders, one of them or both of them, gets a little bit cold. And so Adin Hill, while he's not as good as a Robin Lehner, he's going to provide some security there, right? Well, it turns out we actually have some updates as to why this trade was made in the first place. This is an article on ProHockeyRumors.com. It goes over the news that we had about a week ago when it comes to Laurent Brossoit, the other goaltender that was supposed to be the de facto, I guess, 1A in the situation with Thompson heading into 22-23. When the Vegas Golden Knights acquired Adin Hill late last month via trade, it raised some questions about how long Laurent Brossoit would be out to start the season after having surgery. This is what head coach Bruce Cassidy said. He added to that uncertainty on that day. While he did say Brossoit was healing well from the surgery, he wasn't sure if Brossoit would return just weeks into the season or closer to the end of the calendar year instead. However, he did still reaffirm that Brossoit is tracking to be healthy and part of the Golden Knights this season. The comments from Cassidy are indeed on Sinbin Vegas' Twitter account. It was said via an interview with Vince Apienza, he's healing well from his surgery, again a guy that is highly motivated to get out there. Whether he joins us at the end of the year or 2 or 3 weeks in, we'll see him. Now, this is kind of whack. Because when it comes to how Vegas has maneuvered their goaltending situation, yes, you traded away Fleury. Yes, Lehner is out for the entire season. Not the year, the season, so hopefully he'll be back by the time 2023-2024 starts up. And now for Laurent Brossoit, there's a little bit of ambiguity with the way that it's phrased here on the quote. Whether Brossoit joins us at the end of the year or 2 to 3 weeks into the season, we will see him. Now, end of the year kind of makes it sound like, wait a minute, Robin Lehner's already out for the year. You're talking about Brossoit also being out for the year too? No, I think he's saying until the end of 2022. That's kind of what he means by Laurent Brossoit being out. But the fact that it's even being mentioned as a possibility here is just another layer to the catastrophe of the Vegas Golden Knights and their goaltending situation here. Like, again, as we talked about in a previous video discussing Thompson and Brossoit, I don't want to go out there and discredit these guys. I know they have a Herculean task in front of them this upcoming season, and I definitely don't want to make it seem like, haha, you guys suck, good on you for being put in this bad position here. I'm like, okay, darn, Logan Thompson, Laurent Brossoit, I wish you guys luck. I don't know how confident I am in your abilities to tackle this task, but I definitely don't want to go out there and make it seem like I'm against you in this situation, right? But now Brossoit is going to be out for maybe a few weeks. The minimum timeline here Cassidy highlighted was 2 to 3 weeks, so that's kind of why Adin Hill was brought in now, wasn't it? To get some extra support, not because they wanted the rotation, they wanted some extra security, but because they needed another guy to be a goalie for this team. You went from Fleury and Lehner to Lehner and Thompson to Lehner, Thompson, and Brossoit to Thompson and Brossoit to now Thompson and Hill, all within the span of just over a calendar year? Ay, what the hell, man? This is why I say that Jack Eichel curse is a thing, because boy, everywhere that guy goes, things just go wrong. And I'm not going to go out there and wish Laurent Brossoit a long recovery. Oh, let's see him get out there and not be able to play until 2023, because that'd be funny. I'm not going to go out there and say that. Hey, I hope he recovers fast, and I hope he comes back and he actually plays well and he posts up a .930 save percentage. I hope all the good things happen to these players, because this is definitely not a situation that I think anybody should be forced into based off of the magnitude of difficulty of the task in front of you. It's just crazy to me how Vegas keeps on having these things happen to them. It's almost like it's karma for all the crap that they've gone out there and exhibited on all the players in the past. Dadonov, the weird trade saga with him, the way they shipped out players, Max Pacioretty saying that there's no accountability with the team, and how all the other players have gone out there and had their own experiences too. It's so weird, man. Vegas is a good team, and maybe I'm jealous because I'm a Canucks fan and I'm just salty that Vegas beat Vancouver in the second round in the 2020 bubble playoffs, or maybe I'm just jealous that Vegas has been so good right off the bat. But you can't argue with all this stuff, man. It's been wild seeing the whole Vegas timeline transpire right in front of our eyes, and now there's another chapter where it says that, yeah, your goaltender, your backup de facto, like, fringe starter 1AB goalie in a situation where you didn't have Lehner anymore, he's out too. And now you have Adin Hill, whom you acquired in a trade with the Sharks where you gave up a draft pick, trying to go out there and fix that hole in your goaltending. So, talk to the comments on your thoughts about the Vegas Golden Knights, the update on Laurent Brossoit, and what do you think is going to happen when it's Logan Thompson and Adin Hill battling it out for the crease in the Pacific Division? Seattle's going to be good, man. Seattle's going to be good. Vancouver's probably going to be better with the growth of Elias Pettersson and all them. McDavid, Draisaitl, all these guys in Edmonton are still good. Calgary is getting better, oddly enough, after losing Gaudreau and Tkachuk, because, hey, Nazem Kadri, Jonathan Huberdeau, they're pretty good players. Obviously, the California teams are going to get a boost with Mason McTavish and William Eklund, and then hopefully the Quinton Byfields of the world start showing up too. The Pacific Division is going to be kind of cracked out. So, goaltenders... goaltenders beware, man. Talk to the comments your thoughts about the Vegas Golden Knights and their goaltending situation. I hope you enjoyed this Juraj 99, and bye.